Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. What's happening, y'all? We have the newest of the powerhouses, Raquel Rodriguez. And we are going to check her out at 6-star bronze with this preview. As always, I do not get to keep the character. Scopely will take her back. After this is completed, she is a focused powerhouse of the modern era. Her training ability at 26k at 6-star bronze. Green gems will do 50% more damage, and multiply gems will increase their strength by 1. So this is going to be a very, very useful trainer for those with not only green damage but multiplied gems. Awesome. It's going to be very, very much useful. The strat that we're going to be using, we're going to put on a couple of different plates, but from the get-go, you are going to see that we are going to use some Fury 2s, and I do not have a move medal for red percentage, so I'm just going to leave the green percentage, and that's going to do an extra 150% damage, and then I'll go over the plates that I'm going to use as we get there. So let's go check out the first move set. So for our first moveset with Raquel Rodriguez, we are going to do the Bear Hug. It is a 7 MP green submission. You're going to generate 31 random submission gems, 200k for 3 turns. The remaining are going to turn into column break gems. They're going to do the fall away slam, choose 7 gems to make into red gems. And lastly, the shoulder block, where we're going to make a 6x2 area into multiply gems. So we're going to try this out. We're going to see if we like it. So let's go with an entourage. And you can run this a couple of ways. You can either go with column break gem damage. You can use Brawn Breaker for flat. You can use the Iron Sheik for a percentage. You can also use Mat so you can get some more multiply damage, MD. Start with some green moves going off first, and then we can just buff our red finisher. But there's lots of different variations of gem damage and other things that you can do as well. Let's actually change one thing here. I put in Trish Stratus instead. We're going to get some more damage from column break gems. The Destroy 2 doesn't take effect. There's no use for it, but let's go see. Oh, we got to back out one more. Back in. Let's bro. Check it out. We'll go against Lita in the tour for today and just see how we like these different moves. So first off the bat, you can either use the Bear Hug and do the submission right away, or you can do the fall away slam. I forgot to mention that I did add an all hearts plate for this build because we are using the submission for this one. So let's check it out and see. So we'll start it off with the submission. And then all of these are going to turn into, as you can see, wonderful and delicious cross break gems. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make a red batch, but then we're also going to want to make a row break, especially if there's a lot of these at the bottom. So let's make a red match there. We're going to make a row break. Beautiful. And now we're going to take this 6x2 and we're going to turn it. The majority of them are going to be there. Let's see if we can blow up a 6x2. Alt M7, blow up the bottom of the board. And that did 4.6 down to 4.2 million. And then, of course, Lita's going to get a turn. Of course she does. It was either this Lita or the other Lita that has. Of course. Hit away, Lita. That had a stun. So I decided this would probably be the better one to work against, even though her moves go off turn 1. You get an idea of what she can do. And then you play the exact same game as before. Put down all your submission gems. And now we got a lot more column break gems to work with. And of course she gets a cascade. but she will not survive to the end of this turn. All right, we're going to put our 5x2 down. We want to put them onto purple and green. I didn't mention that last time. So as many purples and greens because of the all heart plate that we were using. And now we're going to choose 7 into red gems. And that basically is the bottom row. And then we blow up as much as we possibly can. And that did another 4.7. And she somehow actually kicked out of that too. Wow. I even have a class advantage. And she still hits. You're wasting everyone's time here. We got things to do. We won't hit the sub again. What we will do is we're going to just turn all of this red. And hopefully this ends the match for us. But you can see how it recycles very nicely, easy to use, and that did just 3 million without actually using the sub itself. So you can see just how powerful that could be. Easy recycle, easy to use, lots of different ways, lots of different trainer combinations that you can run with. Cool. Let's check out the next moveset. All right, so for our next moveset, we are going to keep the shoulder block in. We're going to choose a 6x2 into multiplies of 7, but we're going to add in the arm trap headbutt. It's a juggernaut move. We're going to choose 2 juggernaut gems that are going to increase our red MP plus 5 each turn, and we're going to make 21 random into blue gems at the end of the juggernaut. And then we got a big boot right here. We're going to force our opponent to skip their turn for 2 turns. Entourage wide for this, we are going to go with Lex Luger. Tex Lex. Blue moves start with 2 more MP. Multiply gems will increase their strength by +1. So our multiply gems are going to be ×8 and not 7. Blue moves, we're going to start with Lawler. And then here's where you can put on, if you have a 26k zombie dom, then your blue is going to create 3 more blue gems from your traps and juggernauts. And then we're just going to max out blue gem damage. All right. Let's try it out again. So come feud time, this will be 4, 2, 1, and 1. Yeah, so the big boot would be able to go off on turn 1, so you'll be able to stun on the first turn. You'll be able to put down 2 of the juggernaut gems. Hopefully you'll have a red, you don't need a red match. Hopefully you'll have a blue match. You'd want to have a blue match. We just got lucky to have a massive cascade match right there. That brought us another blue match. So that was actually quite lucky for a first turn. So she's stunned for 2 turns. Hopefully getting a blue match help get your stun going again. So now we got 2 stuns. These 2 juggernauts that we already have on the board filled our red move. We're going to put these 2 down on the board so they filled our red move again. And now we're going to put these on the board so that way when it all turns blue at the end of this next turn, we have another one down here. My goodness. And now they're all going to turn blue, the entire board. So you're going to lose all your juggernaut gems at that point. So that did 5.4 million. And she was unable to kick out of that. But you can see that we are completely reloaded again. We can do the same thing, stun, and then play for the 2 turns, and it'll completely blow up the board for another 6 million or so. All right, let's check out the next moveset. All right, so we got one last moveset for Raquel Rodriguez, and for this one, we are going to bring in the shoulder block. We're going to do a 6x2 area into multiply gems of strength 7. We are then going to bring in the scoop slam. We're going to make the bottom 3 rows into column breaks, and then we have a choose move with the fall away. We're going to choose 7 gems into red gems. And for the added bonus, Scopely and Furbo have been very nice to give me, this is the new plate that's on the prize wall right now, the Santa's Muscle plate. Anytime you break 3 or more red gems, get 3 green move points at the end of your turn. And that's what's going to make this move set work. So we are going to start with green moves loaded so we can get that choose move off and get the plate working. You can try this with flat gem damage as well. I went with the multiplied gem damage. Column breaks do more damage, and red gems. And you'll see how this is all going to work once we get into the match. So basically, let's bro into this. We're going to need a 3 and a 5 match in order to reload the green, and that's going to give us all of the power that we need. So first off, we're going to make a 5 match. Gotta hope you don't cascade, and then give yourself a 3 match somewhere. All right, so we didn't cascade. We're going to take the swipe, and that red swipe, as you can see, those, so making the 5 match and the red match, now we have our green move up again. Thank you, Santa's muscles, for giving us that. All right, we're going to turn the bottom 3 rows into column break gems. We are going to make as many of these as possible. Doesn't matter really where. And now they're all going to be times 9, and these are going to be at 470k per the red one. And now we're going to make red. So what you want to do is make a row break, and we don't want to use this row. We want to use this row so all of them break. So this, by putting down 3, what that's going to do is it's going to break this entire row and then break the entire board. And now with the remainder of our gems, we're going to cover up loot ones and any other gem on here with red to give us a little bit of extra damage. And now we blow up the board. And so that did 6 million down to about 5. And I don't think she's going to kick out unless she gets a super cascade. She almost did. So I've done that a couple of times. I've gotten it up to about 7.5 million. Depends on the cascade, how many red gems you have on the board. So with the Santa's muscles plate, you can see that one working really well. Recycles, pretty easy to use. All right. So that is Raquel Rodriguez. Let me know in the comments what you think. Give it the old like, the share, the subscribe, and hopefully you'll come back to class next time that we have a preview through. Good luck on the feud this weekend. Good luck in your attempt to get Raquel Rodriguez. Brofessor out.